In the dimly lit bedroom, I stand before the antique mirror, lost in the rhythmic motion of brushing my hair. Long, dancing shadows flicker across the walls, enveloping the room in an eerie embrace. A sudden, chilling wink from the man in the mirror shatters the tranquility. I freeze mid-stroke, my heart pounding, my eyes fixed on the reflection. Searching desperately, I find nothing. Only the cold, empty glass staring back. I move toward the mirror, wary, searching for deception in its reflection. I inspect the glass, questioning the reality of what I saw. Hesitantly, I reach out, my fingers brushing against the cold surface. The winking felt so real, yet it's impossible. Sunlight bathes the living room as I hunch over my laptop, a modern-day seeker of arcane knowledge. My fingers dance across the keys, a frantic search for answers in the digital ether. Hours melt away as I sift through a sea of articles and forum posts, each word a potential clue. I relentlessly search for echoes of the impossible, keywords like portal, window, and past resonating in my mind. Faint whispers of similar events emerge from the digital depths, vague mentions of mirrors as gateways. A spark of hope ignites within me, a fragile flame in the darkness of the unknown. In the sun-drenched coffee shop, I lean forward, the scent of coffee heavy in the air, recounting the tale of the winking man to Sarah. Sarah erupts in laughter, the sound bright and unrestrained, filling the cozy cafe. Dismissing my concerns, Sarah insists, "You're just stressed or imagining things. You need a vacation." Unyielding, I retort. I insist that I saw something real. In the dim light of the bedroom, I stand before the mirror, a silent sentinel of mounting dread. The silence of the room thickens, heavy with a dreadful anticipation. Minutes stretch into an eternity as the mirror's surface shifts, revealing a man's faint smile. A gasp escapes my lips as the impossible becomes real. My heart pounds violently as I instinctively recoil from the specter in the glass. In the hushed stillness of the bedroom, I stand before the mirror, my reflection a silent echo. My fingers reach out, drawn to the cool, unyielding surface of the glass. The man in the mirror mimics my movements, yet a subtle difference flickers in his eyes. A hushed whisper breaks the silence as I attempt to communicate with the enigmatic figure. "Who are you? What do you want?" He seems to respond, his hands moving in a flurry of gestures. But the meaning remains elusive, a puzzle I can't quite solve. The reflection's response hangs in the air, an indecipherable message that deepens the mystery. Sunlight streams into the library as I immerse myself in the past, my fingers lightly skimming over the worn pages of ancient records. Dust swirls in the radiant beams of sunlight, illuminating the room as I seek knowledge about my house's history and the mirror's origin. I discover that a man named Thomas lived there in the 1920s. The revelation echoes in the quiet library, weaving a new thread into the story of my home. In the dim bedroom, I hold up a mirror, its surface reflecting the soft light. Sarah peers at the reflection, her expression a mix of curiosity and disbelief. She studies the mirror intently, trying to see what I see. Intrigued, Sarah nods, willing to help. Together, we begin experimenting. We try to find a way to communicate with the man trapped within the mirror's surface. In the stillness of the night, a camera watches, its red recording light a silent sentinel. As morning breaks, the vigil ends, the recording ceases. The spectral figure appears in playback, a ghostly presence emerging from the glass. His hand moves with purpose, guided by an unseen force across the mirror's surface. He's writing something. It's a name. In the heart of a towering library, I sit, immersed in the scent of aged paper. My fingers dance across the keyboard as I seek answers about the name etched on the mirror. The screen reveals details of a woman from Thomas's town during the Roaring '20s. Whispers of a romance between Thomas and the woman ripple through archived articles, hinting at secrets untold. In the dim bedroom, I stand before the mirror, my breath clouding the glass as I prepare to speak. My heart pours out in a torrent of unspoken words, aimed across the veil. I tell Thomas of the woman he loved, hoping the message transcends the divide. His reflection seems to soften, the hard lines fading as if touched by understanding. His eyes widen slightly, a glimmer of recognition sparking within their depths. A silent dawn of comprehension breaks across his features, bridging the gap between worlds. I step into the 1920s exhibit, my gaze sweeping over relics of a bygone era, hoping to catch a glimpse of Thomas's past. Minutes dissolve as I search, my anticipation building with each display. My breath catches in my throat as a photograph captures my attention. Thomas stands frozen in time, a radiant smile shared with a woman beside him. Their happiness leaps across the decades, drawing me deeper into their story. In the dim bedroom, Thomas holds up a photograph, its edges glowing softly. He stares intently at his reflection in the mirror, lost in thought. Emotions flicker across Thomas's face as memories resurface. With a trembling hand, Thomas reaches out to touch the mirror, yearning for the past. His fingertips graze the cold glass, a silent plea to bridge the gap between worlds. The mirror vibrates subtly in response, as if acknowledging his touch. In the stillness of the bedroom, Sarah's gaze is captured by the mirror across the room. An inexplicable force beckons her closer, a subtle pull from the mirror's depths. "Be careful." Thomas's voice echoes in her mind, a warning against the unknown. A surge of connection overwhelms Sarah as she whispers, "I feel a connection with Thomas, and I am drawn in." I am immersed in the vibrant chaos of a 1920s party, the air thick with music and revelry. Flapper dresses shimmer under the soft, dim lights, each movement a spark in the lively atmosphere. The lively rhythm of jazz music fills the air, its infectious beat animating every soul in the room. Through the crowd, I spot Thomas, an exact reflection of the man I see in the mirror. Thomas stands out, his presence both familiar and surreal in this dreamscape. He turns towards me, a warm, knowing smile spreading across his face, drawing me closer. Bathed in soft, dreamlike light, Thomas and I dance in a space where the air itself feels weightless, almost heavenly. Thomas whispers, his voice filled with longing, "I love the woman in the photograph." His words hang in the air as he confesses his impossible quest. "I have been trying to reach her." Through the mirror, the ethereal light shifts, casting long shadows that dance with our movements, turning our waltz into a silent plea. I awaken with a sudden gasp, my senses struggling to grasp the reality around me. The pale moonlight paints the room in ethereal hues, casting a soft glow upon the mirror across from me. A chilling dread washes over me as the stark realization dawns that Thomas is ensnared, desperately needing my aid. I rise from the bed, my movements driven by a surge of adrenaline and resolve. My gaze is drawn towards the window, as if seeking answers from the silent night. With newfound determination, I prepare to confront the unknown, ready to face whatever obstacles lie ahead to rescue Thomas. Bathed in sunlight, the library stands as a fortress of knowledge, its tall windows guarding secrets. I am immersed in the quest to unravel arcane connections, seeking a way to sever the link to Thomas. My fingers trace the diagrams, each line a path through the labyrinth of forgotten knowledge. I am consumed by the urgency to find a solution, a beacon of hope for Thomas. The library becomes a sanctuary, my resolve solidifying with each passing moment. I am determined to free Thomas, no matter the cost. Bathed in candlelight, I stand, ready to confront the unseen. I begin the ritual, chanting words from a forgotten age, desperate to break free. The room transforms, energy swirling, as shadows dance and deepen. A sudden crackle pierces the air, signaling a reality about to shatter. The mirror explodes, 1,000 shards reflecting a broken destiny. The room is silent, dust motes dancing in the light. A hollow ache fills the air, a strange sense of relief. Sarah rushes into the room, her face etched with concern. "What happened? I heard a crash." Our gazes converge on the shattered remains of the mirror, shards reflecting the dim light. The air hangs heavy with unspoken emotions as we both stare at the fragments. Each shard of glass reflects a distorted version of our shared past, a haunting reminder of what once was. The silence stretches, broken only by the distant sound of the wind, a mournful symphony for what is lost. In the tranquil expanse of the local cemetery, I walk among the tombstones. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting long shadows that dance across the neatly kept grounds. I approach 2 graves, side by side, marked with the names Thomas's and his love interest. Gently, I place a mix of roses and lilies on each tombstone, a tender tribute to love and loss. The vibrant colors of the flowers stand in stark contrast to the solemn gray of the stone. A sense of closure washes over me as I stand in silent remembrance. Sunbeams cut through the air of the antique shop, illuminating dust motes in their path. I pause before an antique mirror, the ornate frame shimmering in the light, a chilling familiarity washing over me. Hesitation grips me as my fingers hover over the cold glass, an inner battle between unease and curiosity. Despite the lingering unease, a powerful curiosity surges within me, compelling me forward. Driven by the allure of rekindling the past or discovering something new, I resolve to purchase the mirror. In the quiet of my bedroom, I carefully lean the new mirror against the wall. My heart races as I stand before it, anticipation building with each passing second. Time stretches, and the mirror remains blank, my hope beginning to wane. Then, a shimmer, a ripple, and a new face emerges from the depths of the glass. Sunlight floods the bedroom, each ray a promise of the day's unfolding story. I stand, a smile gracing my lips as anticipation stirs within. The ornate mirror gleams softly, its surface reflecting a world both familiar and subtly altered. The mirror's depths hint at unseen dimensions, where time blurs and possibilities stretch endlessly. Each reflection in the glass whispers of mysteries waiting just beyond the surface. The room transforms into a gateway, promising connections that span across the ages. In the quiet of the bedroom, I stare into the mirror. A figure emerges from within the glass, beckoning. Intrigue flickers across my face as I consider the invitation. Hesitation battles with a growing curiosity. The figure smiles, its silent invitation growing stronger. I lean closer, drawn into the mirrored world.